you can participate in these works, not just road work, but building work, all sorts of engineering work, all sorts of infra work. So this is the data from August. Then we will share some data from September. Hello. This is the data from September, almost the same numbers, 16,000 projects at a cost of 2,290 crore, 2,290 crore in Maharashtra itself in 1 month. So look at the opportunities as contractors or subcontractors that you can make it. Opportunities for young engineers. Now this is my very special slide that I have prepared for young engineers. Apart from these routine jobs, what are the opportunities for young engineers apart from these routine jobs? Now that I told you that the government is pumping in lakhs of crores in these highway projects, the projects are not going to happen through your normal technologies or normal techniques. So you have all these imported machines, you have new technologies, new materials that have come up from foreign collaborations. So what are some of these techniques? I'm just going to briefly tell you. Network survey vehicles, which is used extensively for digitization of the highway data for highway maintenance projects. You have drone surveys for digital inventorization. You have the falling weight deflectometers for evaluation of all these highways for augmentation, for rehabilitation. Mobile bridge inspection units, retro reflectometer technology in roads, automatic traffic classifiers, ratings for payments. It's a very big upcoming area. You have people sitting in front of the computer screen looking at photographs, GPS connected photographs, and rating those payments so that you can take maintenance decisions. That's a very big area that has been coming up. I know people who take up jobs in the United States. They take the data from here and they do it. The analysis is being done outside. So huge amount of that data is available for you people to analyze and get into this sector. Rating for payments, road stabilization. We have our expert, Mr. Nikhil Sharma, who is going to talk about all these important technologies such as road recycling and road stabilization. I hope I am audible till now. So we'll not stop for the mic because we are short on time and we have excellent speakers after me. So apart from these techniques, stabilization, Mr. Sharma is going to talk about it. IT and SCADA applications. Some of my friends from Pimpri-Chinchwad are here. You have ample amount of IT applications being integrated in the construction process. Now, what are those opportunities? I'll just share with you in the next few slides. IT and SCADA applications in construction. Fresh engineers, put in your innovations. There's a huge opportunity here. Advanced maintenance techniques like microsurfacing, stone matrix asphalt, high friction surfaces.
Hello. I think we should thank them. They did it in time. So, to highlight this slide, this is very, very important. Apart from our routine jobs, apart from your... Please, buzzer. Apart from the routine jobs, apart from your routine jobs, these are the areas specifically identified for you where fresh engineers who have interest in IT applications, who have interest in new technologies, you have very good opportunity to collaborate for these new techniques. So I'm just going to show you some of these techniques that have already been implemented. So the network survey vehicle that I was talking about. So all the national highway projects, now government has taken up all these national highway projects. Most of these projects are going to come up for maintenance, and some of the previously constructed projects are already in the maintenance phase now. So how do you do the maintenance? The data, how do you collect the data? The data is collected by this advanced equipment. This is called a network survey vehicle, NSV. It's a GPS and camera, high resolution camera mounted vehicle, which is being made compulsory by the government for ownership with all consultants. So all consultants are expected to have this network survey vehicle where the data is digitized. So you don't actually go on the field and collect the data manually. So you have these high resolution cameras mounted here in the front of the vehicle, at the end of the vehicle. You also have these lasers mounted here so that you get a profile of the road, the cross slope of the road, and you generate the 3D model of the road. So network survey vehicle. So ample opportunity here to work in these technologies. We have the falling weight deflectometers. All the new roads that are being taken up, the strengthening requirements are being they're decided based on the testing from these vehicles. I think I'm comfortable talking here. So the falling weight deflectometer, I was telling you about the advanced technique. Falling weight deflectometer is a new device that has been made compulsory for all the projects, all the national highway projects, all the state highway projects. We decide the rehabilitation strategy based on this particular equipment. So why am I telling you? Because this is a new equipment. This is going to attract fresh talent. So people who have some technical inclination in IT, so they can actually participate in these workshops. There are separate workshops where you can get training for these FWD. Then you have these devices called the mobile inspection units. These are also extensively being used for the field inspection for all the national highways. Then you have the advanced test equipment. As I told you, the new specifications have been introduced. Just last 2 months ago, India has now adopted the supervision specification. Earlier, most of you must have studied the Marshall specification. Now we have switched over to the supervision specifications for polymer modified bitumens. These advanced materials are being tested with supervised specifications. So there is ample opportunity to get into testing of these advanced materials through these advanced equipment. So collaborations are available. People are here with these advanced equipment, so you can train yourself into these advanced equipment. You can set up your own lab. You can have your own testing facilities in these advanced equipment. Hello. I told you about the IT applications. IT applications in construction monitoring. Many of the agencies, the central government agencies, the municipal bodies have switched over to the STAR system. STAR system, you have so much of advancement. You have so much advancement right now. You have so much of advancement right now that my hot mix plant or my batch mix plant is connected to the server, and in real time I can see on my laptop or I can see on my mobile phone what is happening at the plant, so that the engineer at a remote place can also monitor the material that is coming to his site. So these are not research-based projects. These are projects which have been implemented. They are ongoing for the last 5 years, 10 years. So IT applications in construction monitoring, all major projects, this is being done. So very good upcoming areas. Intelligent compaction devices. Most of our compactors are now fitted with intelligent compaction devices which are GPS connected, and they can tell the operator whether the exact density has been achieved or not achieved. So this is a very upcoming area in intelligent compaction. I have shown you some snapshots here. So this is real-time data that gets monitored on the client website. So you can see if the compaction has been done correctly, not done correctly, how many passes have been done. Everything can be seen on the IT server. I was telling you about rating. This is what is rating. So you have the network survey vehicle gather data from these cameras on thousands of kilometers of highway, and you have people who have technical expertise like you, civil engineers, who understand what's happening on the road. They rate these pavements, they rate them in numbers so that the maintenance management decisions can be taken up. So huge amount of data, thousands of kilometers of this data is coming out for rating. So now I have done a small slide, but I am not going to spend the time on numbers because we have another speaker lined up. So this is the demand and supply analysis that we did for civil engineers as per our research and research from the industry. This is the current status. Demand for civil engineers annually. New engineers, I am talking about civil engineers.
engineers. Demand for new civil engineers 2,65,200. 2,65,200, and supply the people who are coming in the industry and who are employable, who have the required skills, with whom the construction companies, the consultants are comfortable to work with. Only 66,000. Look at this gap. There is a huge gap. There is a huge gap for you to chance upon. There is a huge gap for you to get yourself to that category. The demand is 2,65,200. Problems. What are the problems that we are facing? I'm going to end in 5 minutes. The problems faced by the industry. The problems retaining good talent. People who are with good technical expertise, it is very difficult to retain them. So, and specifically, fresh engineers are not ready to work. It's very unfortunate. Fresh engineers are not ready to work on the site, on the road side, because it's a bit tough. But as civil engineers, you need to understand this. Lack of computer skills, communication skills, project management skills with the fresh engineers. That's a big key area that we have a problem with. Lack of interest in site-related activities. Lack of skill upgradation. As civil engineers, how many of you are taking up skill upgradation program? How many of you are trying to learn new software, new techniques, or new codal provisions? Civil engineering curriculum lacks human asset management. Every day as civil engineers, we have to talk to people. We are talking to human asset management. But unfortunately, our course curriculum lacks that understanding or orientation towards human asset management. Industry, academia disconnect. Very unfortunate. You don't have the industry and the academic institutions coming together, people interacting, the industry sharing the problems with educational institutes, and educational institutes coming up with some innovative solutions. That's lacking in India, unfortunate. And then lack of adequate finance and budgeting, especially problematic for entrepreneurs. Some of the possible solutions that we at International Institute of Engineering Excellence think can be done. Faculty with industrial exposure. So if you can have people who have industrial exposure talk to you for some sessions, it gives you a better orientation. Mentorship and training. Improved placement scenarios with all these companies. Providing internship with industry. Providing internships with the industry, academia, collaboration, and constant skill upgradation. So through our program today, we are taking up some of these initiatives. Where we are trying to connect the young engineers with the industry, the people who are working in the industry, and we are trying to update you or trying to orient you towards these required skills, which will enable you to participate in this huge development. So, International Institute, what are we? We are a group of technocrats. Who have established this group. We have completed projects of more than 2,000 crores in the infrastructure sector, urban area. What is our setup? We are working as expert advisors to the Chief Engineer National Highway for Maharashtra for 3,000 kilometers of national highway projects. We have our own NABL accredited material testing laboratory facility in Pune, where we intend to train these fresh civil engineers. We are associated with more than 150 construction companies, builders, developers, consultants, and concessionaires, where after interacting with you, we plan to fill the gap that gap, and we try to place you for your internship with these companies, with our industry partners. This is the facility that we intended to take up the course, but then we are here. It's just upstairs. Most of you visited this facility upstairs. So we have a classrooms of around 40 to 50 people. Our classes are intended to take up that many people, and we have a very up-to-date facility, international level facility here. Apart from that, we have our own lab facilities where we train people in material testing. We have 2 facilities. These facilities are NABL accredited as per the latest NABL standards, 2017. Our faculty is going to be industry faculty. I'll just name a few. Mr. Umate, former Chief Engineer, MSRDC. Mr. Joshi, Chief Engineer from PWD Maharashtra. Mr. Mahale, Executive Engineer, MSRDC. Expressway Project. Myself, Mr. Bhamre, Quality Monitor, Grade 1. Mr. S.D. Pathak, Executive Engineer from Maharashtra Warehousing Corporation. Mr. Kool, Senior Highway Consultant. Mr. Shake,
who's a senior project manager for building project, Mr. Prakash Kulkarni, Mr. Aradhya. Some of the faculty members are already here. You can interact with them in the afternoon session during lunch. So this is the experienced faculty that we are planning to introduce here. And these are final slides. These are the courses that we plan to take up. These are our short-term courses. We have given you the brochure where the information is there. These are the short-term courses in key areas that we have identified that the industry is facing problems. After interaction with the industry, we have come up with these short-term courses in road construction supervision, bridge and culvert construction supervision, building construction supervision, quality control testing, infra, and estimation costing and testing. All the information will be shared with you. This is just to give you a glimpse of what is starting, what opportunities you have, and we would like to be the facilitator for you to get up into these mega projects and mega development. Thank you for your time and thank you for your patience.
Can we have a big round of applause? Because being actual practical solution-oriented person, we can look at him at the ground. If any kind of the problem is there, how can you solve? Because it was a difficult. More than 300 students are here, and his voice and his strength was fabulous because he has a guts, he has a strength to convey that agenda, convey to this matter. So really, absolutely, sir, it was a wonderful session. And one more thing, I like your patience because you have listened carefully. Because look into this now, if you look back, so there was a pin drop silence because you are eager to learn all these things. Therefore, your round of applause for yourself also. This is the most important for all of you. Now we are going to proceed for our next session. Next speaker is here. Really, we have a speaker who is from the Russia. He has worked in